Nobody is coming to teach you English. Build yourself. If you wait until you feel motivated, you may never become fluent. Think about that for a moment. How many times you have told yourself, I'll study English tomorrow. I'll start learning when I have more free time. I practice when I feel motivated. I need a better teacher. I need a better course. I need someone to teach me. And then tomorrow come, but nothing change. You watch another video. You save another English lesson. You download another English learning application. You make another plan, but you still don't speak. Why? Because learning English is not only about finding the perfect teacher. It is about becoming the person who's take a responsibility for learning. And today I want to tell you something that may sound a little uncomfortable. Nobody is coming to bear your English for you. Nobody's practice for you. Nobody can memorize vocabulary for you. Nobody can speak English for you. Nobody can find your confidence for you. Teacher can guide you. A course can give you direction. A book can give you a knowledge. But you have to do the work. And once you understand this, your English learning journey can completely change. Stop waiting for motivation. One of the big mistakes in this learning, make a waiting for the motivation. You say, I will study when I am motivated. But motivation is unreliable. Someday you feel besides that. You were in this video. You practice speaking. You learn new word. You feel unstoppable. But the next day, you feel tired. You are busy. And you don't feel like studying. And suddenly English disappears from your schedule. This is why successful teacher and also the successful learner don't depend on the motivation. They depend on the discipline. Motivation say, I feel like studying today. But disciples say, I don't feel like studying, but I will do it anyway. That difference is extremely powerful. Imagine someone who study English for 2 hours once a month because they feel motivated. And imagine someone who study English for just 20 minutes every day. Whose will improve faster? Usually this can person, because consistency beat intensity. You don't need to study English for 5 hours every day. You need to stop disappearing from your English journey. 20 minutes every day is better than 3 hours once every 2 weeks. 10 minutes after speaking every day is better than waiting for the perfect weekend. The goal is not to become the perfect overnight. The goal is to become 1% better every day. No, to take responsibility for your English. Let's be honest. Something we blamed other for our lack of progress. My teacher isn't good. My school doesn't it speaking. I don't have enough money for an English courses. I don't have anyone to practice with. I don't have time. I don't know what to study. Maybe some of these problems are real. But here's important question. You can do it with what you have. Because you always wait for the perfect condition, and you wait forever. You don't have the speaking partner. Talk to yourself. Describe what you are doing. I'm making a coffee. I'm going to work. Today I'm feeling tired. I need to finish this project. You don't know enough vocabulary. Learn 5 useful words a day. You don't have an English teacher. YouTube, video, podcast, and other learning resources. You don't have 2 hour. Study for the 15-minute. The question is not, what do I have? The better question is, what can I do with what I have? That is the mindset to sell the right learner. Noblishry. Build your own English routine. If you really want to improve, don't simply say, I want to learn English. That a goal, you need to say, I need a system, or you need a system. System tell you what you are going to do every day. For example, you could create a simple 30-minute English routine. The first 10 minutes of the listening, listen to the short English video, podcast, or the conversation. Don't worry if you don't understand every word. Focus on the general meaning. The second 10 minutes for the speaking. Repeat what you hear. Copy pronunciation. Practice the sentence. Then talk to your own life. And the third 5 minutes for the vocabulary. Learn a few useful words for the phrases. You don't just memorize individual word. Learn them inside the sentence. Instead of the learning, decision. Learn, I need to make a decision. Instead of the improve, learn, I want to improve my English. This makes vocabulary much easier to use a real conversation. Finally, 5 minutes of the writing. Write it to an important thing about your day. For example, today I woke up at 7. I went to work. I study English for the 30 minute. I learned 3 new expression. That is 30 minutes. You don't need a complicated system. You need a system that you can actually follow. Another 4. Stop trying to learn everything. Another problem of the trying to learn everything at once. You want a perfect grammar, a perfect pronunciation, 1,000 other vocabulary words, idiom, slang, business English, academic English, British English, American English, and after a few weeks, you're exhausted. Don't do that. Focus on what you actually need. If your goal is a conversation, practice conversation. If your goal is work, learn workplace English. If your goal is travel, learn travel English. If your goal is speaking confidently, spend more time after speaking. You don't need to know every English word. Native speaker don't know every English word either. Your goal is not to become a walking dictionary. Your goal is to communicate. You don't need perfect English. You need a useful English. Number 5. Speak before you feel ready. This is one of the hardest lessons. You have to speak before you feel ready. Many learners think, my English isn't good enough. I will speak when my grammar is better. I will speak when I know more vocabulary. I will speak when I am confident. But confident doesn't come before the accent. Confident comes from the accent. You speak, you make mistake. You learn, you speak again, you improve, then you become more confident. Think about learning to ride a bicycle. And you can't learn by watching someone else ride forever. Eventually, you have to get on a bicycle. You may fall. You may make a mistake. But that's how you learn. It is exactly to the same. Your first conversations may feel comfortable. Your pronunciation may not perfect. You may forget a word. You may use the wrong grammar. That's okay. Mistake is not proof that you are failing. Mistake are proof that you are practicing. No bosik. Build yourself when nobody is watching. This is where a real discipline begins. Anyone can study when someone is watching. Anyone feel motivated after watching an inspirational video. But what do you do when nobody is watching? Do you still practice? Do you still review vocabulary? Do you still speak English? Do you still show up? Because your future English ability is being built during those quiet moments. When nobody's praising, when nobody's know you're studying, when you feel like giving up, that's where progress happened. Imagine practicing English is a 30-minute every day for 1 year. 30-minute doesn't sound like much, but over a year, there's more than 180 minutes or hour of the practice. Now imagine what's happened if you continue for the 2 year. It's multiple 2. Your future self will thank you. The English you speak 2 years from now is being created by what you do today. Number 7. Don't compare your being to someone else's middle. Another reason people give up is a comparison. You hear someone speaking fluent English and think, why can't I speak like that? I'm so far behind. They're better than me. But you don't know their journey. Maybe they've been learning for 10 years. Maybe they speak English every day. Maybe they grow up surrounded by an English or the foreigner. You will compare your chapter 1s to the someone else in the chapter 10s. That's not fair for you. Compare yourself with yourself. Did you can ask, do I understand more than I did last month? Can I speak more comfortably than before? Do I know more useful phrases? Am I less afraid of making mistakes? That's a real progress. Your competition is not another English learner. Your competition is the version of yourself who's refused to start. Number 8. Create a rule. Never miss twice. Here's a simple rule that you can transform your learning. Never miss twice. Maybe you have a Tory ball days. You are busy. You are tired. You don't study English. That's okay. You are human. But don't let once miss day become true. Don't let 2 become 7. Don't let 7 become 6 months. If you miss a Monday, come back Tuesday. If you miss Tuesday, come back Wednesday. The goal is not perfection. The goal is the returning. Successful people aren't the people who never fail. They are people who return quickly after the failure. No 9. Your future self is waiting. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. Imagine walking into the room and speak English without being afraid. Imagining understanding English video without translating every sentence. Imagining having conversation with someone from the other country. Imagining applying for the better job because you feel confident using English. Imagining traveling and come catching without fear. That person doesn't imagine car appear. You build that person. Every word you learn, every sentence you speak, every mistake you make, every minute you practice. Every time you choose the discipline instead of the comfort, you are the building your future self. So don't ask, when will I become fluent? You should ask, what can I do today to become a better? There's much more powerful question. The last one, letter tense. Start today, not tomorrow. So here, your challenge. Don't wait for Monday. Don't wait for the next month. Don't wait for the new courses. Don't wait for the motivation. Start today. Take a piece of the paper. Write down 3 simple things that you are going to do every day. For example, 10-minute listening, 10-minute speaking, 10-minute reading or the writing. And then make yourself one promise. Because your English will not change because you watch more motivation video. Your English will train because you practice again and again, and again. The final mistake. Remember these phrases. Nobody is coming to teach you in English every single day. And that's not a bad news. That's a freedom. Because it means your progress is in your hand. You don't have to wait for someone to save your English. You can't build yourself. You can't find your own resource. You can't create your own routine. You can't make a mistake. You can't practice every day. You can learn and learn from them and can become the English speaker that you want to be. Maybe today your English is a week. That's okay. Maybe you are shy. That's okay. Maybe you make 100 mistakes. That's okay also. But the Korean level has the excuse to stop. Your current English is not your final English. It is simply your starting point. So stop waiting. Stop saying, I will start tomorrow. Stop waiting until you feel motivated. Open your English book. Turn on the video, listen, speak, and write. Practice and build yourself, because one day you will look back and realize, I don't become the fluent because I was always motivated. I became fluent because I chose to quit. Your future is not built tomorrow. Your future builds today. So start today. Start small, start consistent, and keep going on. Your earliest journey is in your hand. Nobody is coming to build it for you. Build yourself. Thank you for your watching my video. See you in the next video. Good luck.